verbes pronominaux, and more precisely, la forme négative avec les verbes pronominaux. Okay, so let's start now. La forme négative, so if you remember it, we've got two parts that normally we need to use if we want to put this negative form. The first one is ne, and then you've got pas. Okay, between the two, you should have your verb. Okay, so let's take an example now. We will take the verb se lever. Okay, so it's un verbe pronominal, se lever, okay? And then at the present form, so je me lève. Se lever is to get up, okay? Je me lève. All right? And the question is, where do we need to put ne and pas? Well, look, and it's quite interesting. Je, and then ne is coming here. Me is here, lève is here, and then pas is coming at the end. Okay, so it's not a big surprise, the position of pas, but then it's normally, my students tend to make the mistake to put ne just before lève. Okay, and of course it would be logical, but then unfortunately for you, you should keep in mind that ne is here, and then you've got me lève together. Je ne me lève pas. Okay? For the futur proche, so je vais me lever. Okay, so I am going to get up. Je ne, and then vais pas me lever. So it's actually quite easy when you get this form, because you will have to put ne and then pas before and after the first verb. Okay, and in that case it's vais. So you don't really need to bother about the fact that it should be before this me, okay, but in that case, je ne vais pas me lever. Okay, and now let's see with the passé composé. Je me suis levé. Exactly the same thing. Je, ne, and then you keep this me suis together, and you put your pas here and lever. Okay, this is quite tricky normally, because students tend to mix up and then put the ne before the suis and then maybe the pas at the end. Okay, so keep in mind, this is the order, this is the way where things should be. Je ne me suis pas levé. Okay, plus que parfait, so another compound tense. Je m'étais levé. Well, je ne m'étais pas levé. Ok? Futur antérieur, je me serais levé. Je ne me serais pas levé. Okay, so you can see that we follow the same logic in a way, because you've got to put this ne first, and then me, and then the verb are together. Then come the second part of the negative form, sorry, and after that you put your participe passé. Okay? Conditionnel passé, well, exactly the same thing. Je me serais levé. Je ne me serais pas levé. Okay? Keep in mind that actually, as you know, spoken French and written French can be different. And for this section, I will actually present to you this informal way that French people, or not all the French people, but then some French people have to construct the negative form, okay? Because if we're talking about youngsters, for instance, and then, well, the French that you can hear in the streets, normally when we talk about the negative parts, they will take the first part away. And then you've got je me lève. If you want to put the negative form, then you will only put this pas at the end. Okay? This is informal. It's not formal French. It does mean that if you want to write, if you want to communicate with officials or in some serious situations, you should definitely use the two parts of the negative form. Okay, the important thing is to listen. If you hear that the persons that you are talking to or you are talking with are not using this first part, then why not? Just follow them, and you can drop if you want the first part. Okay, je me lève pas. Okay, then futur proche. So je vais me lever. Then je vais pas me lever. Okay. Passé composé, je me suis levé, je me suis pas levé. Plus que parfait, je m'étais levé will become je m'étais pas levé. Futur antérieur, je me serais levé, je me serais pas levé. Conditionnel passé, je me serais levé, je me serais pas levé. Okay? So remember, la forme négative, you should have two parts, or then it's possible to see one part. Okay, when you've got two parts, it's ne and then pas. Okay, or then only pas, but then we are here dealing with informal French, so be careful, don't use that in all the situations.